tum tum. One. I forgot to turn on the chat. Let me do it real quick. Yo, Daniel. Hi. Hi, gamers. Yo, Joel. Yo, manager. Yo, Danny. Yo, Carlos. Yo, ProFK. Crucible. Ubik. Yo, Aish. Yo, Polo. Yo, Green. Hi, Joel. Dude. It's so late, I am not even sure if you're going to do any gameplay today. I want to react to Wi-Fi's video, and after that I want to go over the comments. I and Klaus spent like an hour and a half just choosing the comments that we could like talk about from like the one of my recent videos, yeah? Like in this under that video, like a chase got glazed to the point it was just fucking ridiculous, dude. Like people's arguments are fucking crazy. Like I think it's just worth to talk about because yeah. Like people are just falling under like weird appreciation of like to the point that they're just lying about things, like, you know, like we have like there a comment that says straight up lies, and instead of appreciating like the like Chase or another content creator for like their legitimate achievements or like things that they do well, like dudes basically bullshit about things that never happened, for one. Yeah, very interesting. But yeah, first we're gonna start with waifu. Let me just bring something to clean the glasses, and then can you make videos about your followers if they can send any on epic ones? So do you mean like the clips? Like I think Lost did something like that. Like he told his viewers to send him like their clips, and I don't know, honestly. Frankly, I actually have a video to make. I just realized that we never fucking made the chainsaw video. And I literally have a thumbnail prepared by Siri for that video, and I have all the clips already. Elden Ring might have the most schizo community I have ever seen. No. Trust me, it's not even fucking close to be as bad as like hyper competitive communities, like for an example, like, you know, like League of Legends for one. Or like there is that game Dead by Daylight. That one has fucking insane community, dude. Yo, Snake. Would you gank Cosmos for 100k? I see you are sitting on that meme manager for like second day already, no? Use every weapon in the game to get at least one kill. Holy shit, it would... Have you any idea how long it would take to finish such video? Like, there is so many weapons in this game. Holy shit. But it's not a bad idea, though. Like, I might actually go for something like that. Holy fuck. Wow. Dude, holy shit. This video of Wi-Fi that we're gonna react to today, it's doing such a giga good numbers. 2.1 times more than his usual. Like,
It is rotten enough to watch this channel on the regular.
Jesus Christ. Something is lagging for me. For whatever reason, but yeah. 900 comments. That's fucking great. Alright. I think like we're just gonna watch it because yeah, that video might be genuinely interesting. Alright. Alright, let's start it. Well, howdy YouTube. Today we are watching only Wi-Fi's video, The Rise of Elden Ring Caverns. And yeah, let's watch it.
If your gray matter is rotten enough to watch this channel on the regular, you may have noticed that we sometimes refer to this type of specimen right here as Kevin. Many of you may be confused by the strange naming of these individuals with W skills and Radan armor, so I believe a video about them has been long overdue. And you'll be surprised to know that their categorization is much more than just a funny nickname. It's actually the noticing of a phenomenon that has been affecting the Souls genre for quite a while. But first, what is a Kevin?
I just want to point out that it actually is legitimately like such a old trend. Essentially, in all of the Souls games, you have particular armor sets that are giga popular among rather like casual audience, let's call it that way. And whereas in Elden Ring, it is Radan set. In Dark Souls 3, it was for one like that funny set with small visor, and I don't exactly remember how it was called. In Dark Souls 2, it was like Farhan, so like a main character like set, so people like were like, oh, I am the main character of the story. Although I'm not sure what type of the set was considered as a noob set in Dark Souls 1, frankly. I don't exactly remember. In Dark Souls 3 it was Fallen Knight Armor, yeah, exactly that one, yeah. And yeah, it was actually like it was always like this, yeah. It was Fallen Knights in Dark Souls 3.
To keep it simple, Kevin is the type of player to put the bare minimum effort in order to beat the game. They do not learn, they look up builds and guides online before they even start their playthrough, and they choose to get carried by their friends or random players whenever possible. Be it because the game is too much for them, because they wanna be done with it as fast as possible, or a combination of both. Whatever the fuck is their issue. And what I believe to be the most defining feature of Kevin's is the fact that they will complain. They will complain about everything. They will complain about the game, they will complain about PvP, they will complain about invaders, complain. That's the worst part.
Honestly, that sounds like the average PvPer. So, PvPers are like Kevins. Ah, okay.
I believe. Because bad players, there are plenty. But people who complain instead of, getting better, I don't like those. It's the antithesis of what a Souls player should stand for, overcoming the game's challenges by sheer resilience and resolve. We sometimes jokingly call players we run into Kevins because they just fit the profile, they just look like them. It doesn't necessarily mean that they fit into all of these characteristics we just described. They just look goofy. They use the common PvE stuff such as Radan Armor, Rivers of Blood, Bloodhound's Fang, Blasphemous Blade, Lion's Claw.
I just want to point out I have a competition in air rollings at this point, and I'm not sure if I like it.
Etc., etc. We just call them like that as a joke, but we don't mean that they are, actual Kevins. Now the question that
Actually, so I'm gonna stop here for a second. So the point that Waifu makes is as if Kevins are overall people that just like complain a lot, yeah, in the stupid way, like from the scrap perspective. So, for example, like people that just going to tell you that, oh, why you have to try hard so much, why you cannot have fun, yeah, this type of literally ridiculous statements. But he comes from that perspective of like, oh, it's wrong because Souls games initially like stands for like getting better, improving, and so on and so forth. And I just want to point out that in case of Elden Ring, the initial idea of what Elden Ring is supposed to be is kind of different. So I'm not sure if you actually supposed to look at it from that type of category. I mean, like, Elden Ring is heavily casualized Souls game, and existence of basically idiots, yeah, like what you could actually use the what you potentially can like this is what you can technically can call like what he essentially considered as a Kevin, yeah. I am really not sure if the point of the perspective as if this like perspective of the player of the scrap of this type is like surprising at all, or like I don't know. I gotta have to listen more to like what's his point of the video, because like it's not really a Kevin. Like Kevin in my eyes is just the guy with the fucking Radan's armor and that's it. But here, Waifu just made like the entire weird categorization that just would fit more of a term of an idiot rather than Kevin.
But we don't mean that they are, actual Kevins. Now the question that may arise here is if there's something inherently wrong with Kevins existing. To which I say, no, not at all. Why would there be a problem? I just think that it's a pretty interesting topic, since the dawn of Kevins has been tremendous in the last few years with the release of Elden Ring. Like I mentioned, the existence of these players is extremely ironic considering the type of game we are talking about, a type of game that one would think attracts a different kind of gamer, but
no. Yeah, that's a wrong assumption. Elden Ring is Elden Ring is super casualized version of Souls game. It's, of course, From Software got much better at boss designing and moveset designing and so on, yeah? Elden Ring is the most polished game of their studio in many aspects. Like, they fucked up this or that, but overall it's the most polished game. That being said, as fundamental idea of what Elden Ring is supposed to be, like, it was mentioned everywhere at the release of Elden Ring that it's supposed to be just like not Dark Souls, yeah? It's not supposed to be like that hardcore fucking game, yeah? It's more of a, yeah, it's more accessible experience to what we usually know as From Software's games. So this is, you cannot put it in the same category, in my opinion.
Being so goddamn massive, it's normal that Elden Ring attracted many different kinds of people to the lands between, and not just the average John Dark Souls. And speaking of John Dark Souls, since I know there's some of them among my little puggies, I made a poll to ask you guys what you think Kerens are. So let's take a look at some of your comments. Full Radan armor, only presses L2 and mains any of the following weapons. Bloodhound's Fang, bonus points if they have Bloodflame Blade too. Rivers of Blood, Gunbale. And Blasphemous Blade. I would say it's a pretty fair assessment, and
honestly, this is how I would describe Kevin meme, frankly. This is exactly what I consider as a Kevin.
And yeah, most of the Kevins are just like that, you know, full Radan and some of these PvE-friendly weapons that you see all the time. I feel like the term is actually different depending on who you ask. I've seen people use it to insult and others to joke around. To me, a Kevin is a low-skill player fashioning the Radan's armor. Having a readers in hand helps the look as well. Alright, so we are starting to see a pattern here. It seems that the definition of Kevins of many people seem to be quite fashion-oriented. So let's see what else there is.
I wouldn't say it's fashion-oriented. It's just like rather what is described, like, you know, none of these tools that are here described, yeah, are particularly like the tools that like the best players would choose, yeah, like, or differently, like tools that experienced players would actually choose, yeah. It's more like just like Radan armor is just somewhat good of the armor that is easily accessible. The Bloodhound's Fang is pretty good too, like not the best by any means, but you can cheese like bosses with the insane amount of the posture damage that you deal with the Ash of War. It gives you iframes, so like it is relatively easy tool to use. Rivers of Blood staggers like freaking crazy. Gunveil, same story, and Blasphemous Blade is actually healing you upon hitting an opponent. On top of that, it also deals a lot of the stagger damage. So yeah, those are just like tools that makes your playthrough much easier. And Radan set is a simply good armor set that is not by any means great, but easily accessible, yeah?
I watched this video today and I commented under it.
And what you commented?
That I was a Kevin, so, and I agree with what John says later.
Okay.
Don't skip.
What you mean?
You will get there organically.
Darling.
What?
Stop telling me what the fuck I'm supposed to do when you have no idea what I'm doing.
Okay.
I rolled back the video.
Okay. Stop the fuck telling me what to do.
No, this is not what I said.
This is exactly what you said.
I said that I was in certain point of the video and now you tell me stop skipping. When I am not skipping, I'm coming back to the point where I was in the video.
Stop the fuck telling me what to do.
Okay, whatever. Please stop bullying me.
That you see all the time. I feel like the term is actually different depending on who you ask. I've seen people use it to insult and others to joke around. To me, a Kevin is a low-skill player fashioning the Radan's armor. Having a readers in hand helps the look as well. Alright, so we are starting to see a pattern here. It seems that the definition of Kevins of many people seem to be quite fashion-oriented. So let's see what else there is. I would say this is the best one I've seen in the poll. Definition of a Kevin to me is as follows. Buys the game because it's popular, gets wrecked, whines about it, gets OP weapon and cheeses bosses, complains about the game being too easy, or too hard, may I add, and beats the game once and brags about it.
Isn't it just an idiot rather than Kevin? Nah, like I don't agree with this so-called definition. Like why does the definition of the Kevin as just initially was just a typical scrub, like turning right here from the perspective of waifu into the definition of basically a moron? I don't know if I like it. Like Kevin used to be rather like wholesome term, and like if we are going to consider like definition of the Kevin by these terms that we see here in the comments, I think this is just pretty dog shit. Like my girlfriend like said that she used to be a Kevin, yeah, for one. But as far as I am aware, and I never seen her like get fucking wrecked and then whine about it. Rather like she always tried to overcome the challenges, yeah. Like she is, she fought like she beat the game for the first time with the Wing of Astel, which is absolutely not like OP weapon that cheeses bosses. She didn't buy the game because it's popular. She got it as a present on her birthday. Complaints about the game being too easy. That one doesn't make sense at all in my eyes, and beats the game once and brags about it. I don't know. It's very far-fetched, and honestly, I don't know. Like, nah, I really dislike this definition. I think it is like a definition kept in the tone of the bad faith, and I don't like it.
I added 2 points because, of course I had, complains that his L2 spamming doesn't work in PvP, and cries about invasions on Reddit. I think the important thing to highlight about this comment is that Kevins are no longer attributed only a distinctive physical trait, but also a behavioral one. And I believe this further deepens the term beyond just saying Radan armor equals Kevin.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, this is kind of how I was always looking at it, yeah? Like, the Radan armor was the key aspect of a Kevin. I don't know why we would actually have a need to expand pretty like a harmless and just like a cute way of describing a scrub, or typical scrub, into something that is just like basically a description of an idiot.
Kevins are basically tourists. I like them. It's entertaining to invade and follow them in secret, observing how they engage with the game. They're almost cute in a way. The plot, like my gravy, thickens, because now we have a new definition. They are tourists, which fits with what I said about the game being massive and attracting a new kind of player. Full Radan armor, never touched PvP. That's a good point. Kevins don't usually like to engage with PvP.
Like, overall, vast majority of the player base dislikes to engage in PvP in this type of games. Like, and frankly, this is worth to mention, like, PvP is always usually a niche in games that have, like, PvP as rather like an option. And funnily enough, it is even the case when it comes to fighting games. You have these games, like, for example, like Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, yeah? And this game had, like, very good start for, like, typical fighting games, let's call it, yeah? And after people are done with the main story, despite it being technically a fighting game, yeah? So essentially a game that you would expect would be popular in the PvP. No, people just dip. They played through like the main story. Like PvP overall by design, or more like by default, is usually not as popular as like single player campaigns. And it's like actually a common thing, frankly. Even in genres that are more familiar with multiplayer interactions or straight up PvP. I'm saying it because I have seen a lot of people in the past like saying stuff along the line that no one cares about PvP, and that's why From Software is supposed to, for example, ditch the PvP altogether, which is kind of fucking ridiculous statement. Like, when developer implements that PvP into the game, it's rather understandable it's going to be a niche thing. Like, it's actually only to be expected. Like, the single player experience gonna be the most popular, then co-op going to be the second, and then like eventually PvP.
But it does happen sometimes. As you can see, players that avoid critical thought, fighting at you rather than against you, they will button mash thinking you want dodge, dodge thinking you want roll catch them, as if you are just another part of the PvE. This is a really important thing to take into account because Kevins do not differentiate PvE from PvP. They will just do whatever they are used to do and they won't give a single fuck about it.
It's kind of understandable though. Like, the PvP and PvE differ so incredibly much in the gameplay execution. And people just don't know that. They cannot know that because there is no active PvP play when you are playing through the game. Like, you are not going to fight other players as often as you play against bosses or like regular mobs. And what also worth to mention, even like PvE NPCs that supposed to mimic the players are doing pretty bad job at doing so. Like, they are usually just rushing you brain deadly and not doing anything that you would typically do in PvP.
Kevin option is definitely the most appropriate for a player who cheeses the game. Low skill players have a different nickname. We call them noobs. This one is interesting because it makes a big differentiation. It's not the same being a Kevin as being a noob. Noobs eventually improve. Kevins do not.
No. So, okay, wait. Because there is a difference between a noob and newbie. Although, like, across the years, I think that difference kind of blends, and people started using the same word, noob, for both these terms. Like, instead of two different terms, like blending basically like newbie into noob. But I would say that like a Kevin, like, I mean, like, I would say that. You see, this is a problem, like, comes from the fact that waifu just kind of pushing an idea of Kevin being kind of an offensive term, in the meaning that, like, Kevin equals an idiot that also have, like, a bad faith about things and just, you know, like, going to go on Reddit and going to shit on invaders and gonna shit on other fucking mechanics of the game and gonna say that the game is too hard and supposed to be like a eased up just so he would have like easier time. I don't really think like this. I am kind of weirded out about this video so far. And what is it exactly about? It is like an attempt to kind of like standardize the term and meaning behind it, because if that's the case, then I am not sure if I like it, frankly.
Alright, I can see some of you poggies have been doing your homework. We got a pretty good grasp of what Kevins are, but knowing just what they are is not really going to cut it for this video, will it? We need to have more insight into their mentality and behavior. So in order to help us with that, I summoned... Get it? What I think is the real John Dark Souls of Elden Ring PvP and player behavior, Emotional John.
Thanks for having me, waifu. I'm Emotional John, and I run a YouTube channel focused on Souls PvP analysis where I...
Oh, Jesus. Holy shit. I thought like that was in the video. I'm like, what the fuck? Why there is like double fucking sound going? This is fucking super chat. Only Wi-Fi, only disrespect, Lule. Yo, thank you a lot, gamer. Appreciate that. Okay, let's go back.
PvP and player behavior, Emotional John.
Thanks for having me, waifu. I'm Emotional John, and I run a YouTube channel focused on Souls PvP analysis where I dive into the more conceptual nature of invasions and how players should engage with both PvP and Souls games broadly.
Very good channel, by the way. If you like yapping, Emotional John is fucking goated.
I tend to do a lot of critical analysis of Elden Ring and try to critique it with as much nuance and perspective as I can. Most of my content is geared toward players familiar with the Souls series and invasions, but I'm constantly addressing players who want nothing to do with them, who have had bad experiences or just don't like it, or have no real grasp on the system in general, so hopefully I have some useful insights into how an average Kevin interacts with the game.
Thanks for being here, John. Gotta say that I really admire your dedication to the topic. So, for the first question, what would you say is the driving mentality behind Kevin's in Elden Ring?
I've encountered my share of Kevins over the years, and if I had to pick a rationale, I'd probably say it's some combination of frustration and unrealistic expectations. Souls games have this unique way of stressing out the player by making them make constant, rapid decisions in the face of overwhelming adversity. They can also feel directionless. There's not a constant waypoint leading you to your next objective, and there's no obvious order of operations. Even
Kind of there is, though, like... You gotta follow the grace. It's one of the first things you're being told to do. Also, like, since it is open world game, then yeah, it might be not that obvious for everyone.
your build has so many points of articulation where there's no clear presentation of which stats to level or which items are better than others. Well, that's what so many players love about the series. For anyone who isn't accustomed to the mechanics or willing to put in the time to learn, it can be too much, which in turn gives way to frustration. Modern gaming is pretty notorious for avoiding challenging players for fear of harming sales, which conditions modern gamers to expect things to be accommodating. Elden Ring, despite being part of a series lauded for defying industry trends, had major mainstream hype and drew in players who otherwise would never touch something with "Prepare to Die" written on the box.
I think this is like giga misconception. And ironically, like I think this is just Elden Ring is not a part of the series. It's like it's a game that was made in similar way like other Souls games, like the Souls games, but it's not like Elden Ring on its own like works on different principles than Souls games. Like the most important one, being a hard game, is not the main focus of Elden Ring. Elden Ring tries to sell you an idea of the epic journey. It's still from Software's games, therefore it's challenging, but its main focus is not the same. So I think this is kind of like you probably suppose. Nice frame stop, thank you. Yeah, it's a high quality type of frame, one could say. But anyway, I have feeling like people kind of supposed to stop using this argument. Elden Ring is probably like it's not supposed to be categorized with Dark Souls all this time. It's a spiritual successor mechanically, but it works on different principles. It do not try to be Dark Souls 4. If they would want to make Dark Souls 4, they would call it Dark Souls 4. Like, it's called Elden Ring for a reason. It is different IP for a reason.
As a result, you get Kevins haplessly wandering around and getting themselves killed by very avoidable circumstances. They get irritated when the game isn't what they expected, and they look for the easiest alternative, usually by disengaging as much as possible. Summons, spirit ashes, overpowered ashes of war, the whole nine. Melted cheese on the broccoli of self-improvement. Anything to make the game palatable. They're playing out of curiosity or obligation or just buying into the hype, all while failing to adapt their expectations.
Or because Elden Ring is a great game. Like, you know, you can be pretty bad at the game and still enjoy beating it. I remember when I was a child, I remember when I was a kid, I used to play, I think it was Duke Nukem 3D, and I was getting my ass absolutely fucking blasted. Like I had like a trouble like beating the levels in that game, and I was continuously just losing, but I still was playing it because I, as a kid, like just enjoyed the gameplay. I like the gameplay, so I was playing it. It's really it's something that there is no point to look for like a super like a big reason for an individual to play the game. It's not always, or usually even, it's not about some sort of social expectations that you're supposed to beat Elden Ring or whatever. Sometimes it's just simple as that. Like the game just feels good to play, even if you suck at it.
And end up cheating themselves out of a lot of the experience just to avoid learning a hard lesson. It's well established players tend to minimize friction when given the chance. Kevins are merely doing what comes naturally. Only, for Kevins, their willingness to minimize friction is so overwhelming that it consumes any tenacity they might have otherwise developed.
Yeah, it's really fascinating to me how today's players just want to avoid friction altogether for some reason. It's as if they will die if they just die in the video game.
I mean, isn't it typical thing, honestly? It always was the case. It's not even like it's not common for like this day and age. I would say it was always the case. It's people rather prefer to win than to lose, and if you are like if you have like a perspective of the scrap, then usually it doesn't matter how you are going to achieve the victory. As simple as that.
I don't know, it's funny. So for the next question, what role do you think Elden Ring's greater accessibility has played in creating Kevins?
Kevins have probably always existed in some way, shape, or form. There's always been players who don't try to learn a game and suffer a hilarious amount of friction for it. The thing is, with Demon's Souls or Dark Souls or Bloodborne, not learning the game was a serious obstacle. I've encountered so many people over the years who got stuck at some point in a Souls game and just could not figure it out. They were ignoring some critical mechanic or misunderstanding the game's logic, and the game was not letting them advance. Not to say every character who gets stuck in a Souls game is a Kevin. Kevins are just those players who get stuck and don't learn anything from it. Where Elden Ring makes its mark is in how it handles Kevins. Instead of saying you need to kill this boss with what you have or you cannot advance, it gives you a near limitless number of workarounds. For example, the fact that there's no mandatory skill check at the start of the game has always stood out to me as setting Elden Ring apart tonally. The Grafted Scion is supposed to kill you full stop. You can kill it, but the reward is menial and the effort unappealing. Add to it all that you only get one try, and I can't imagine most folks going out of their way to test their mettle right out of the gate. And because you advance regardless, the lesson becomes less about overcoming adversity and more about picking your battle. The Tree Sentinel reinforces the same lesson. Fighting it right away is a fool's errand. Best to run past and return when you're ready.
People are like, just keep skipping him, skip him. Why? Why? This is part of the fun of the game.
Even PS tells his chat to stop buying Kevins. But chat is right though. Like, isn't the Sentinel there to just let you know that you don't have to fight them? Like, you can just walk around them?
It's overcoming a good challenge. I like this. I'm getting better at it. I'm gonna beat him. It's just a matter of time. Why are you guys yelling to skip the guy? I know I can beat him.
Compare that to something like Dark Souls 3, where you can't continue without beating the first boss.
Yeah, so this is my actual point. Dark Souls games always had some sort of obstacle. Actually, no, when I think about Dark Souls 2 didn't, but that's such a different game. But Dark Souls 1, Demon's Souls, and Dark Souls 3 had that boss at the beginning that either like tells you that, dude, you are going to die a lot, or dude, this is a hard game. Yeah? Like, or like some sort of the boss, like in case of Dark Souls 1 or Dark Souls 3, that's supposed to teach you about somewhat of the foundations of the game, being like that gatekeeper, for the lack of the better word. And Elden Ring doesn't really have that, because Elden Ring operates on different foundations, different idea of what exactly the game is. I have really a feeling like both Emotional John and Waifu are obsessed over an idea of Elden Ring being essentially pretty much like Dark Souls, when fundamentally I really don't think it is. And frankly, I would love to see like Dark Souls 4, let's say, with boss mechanics that we know from Elden Ring, because the boss design improved vastly in comparison to Souls games. Like, fighting Malenia feels like a dance with all the possibilities that you have, like strafing possibilities and so on. It's just amazing. It feels great. It's a vastly improved experience to the Souls games, but well, you can at the same time you can pretty much seize practically every single boss in the game, and the more I look at it, the more it seems like it's actually like ability to cheese bosses in Elden Ring is left there basically on the purpose. I don't know, like, maybe at this point maybe my expectations across the years of playing Elden Ring, and after seeing like the direction of the game, especially with the release of the DLC, maybe at this point I just surrendered, and like I have no expectations of any sort in regards of Elden Ring. Maybe it's just a bad design for real, but I don't know, like from my perspective it generally just is different approach to like a design of the game. Like pretty much Elden Ring is not Dark Souls. That's what I'm saying ultimately.
Achievement on Steam for defeating Eudex Gundyr only has like 85% completion. That means around 15% of people who own the game didn't even get past the tutorial. Getting stuck washed out a lot of would-be Kevins in Dark Souls. Elden Ring doesn't let you wash out. There's no point at which it forces you to learn any of its mechanics. If you don't want to learn spacing or how to identify an opening, you don't have to. You can stand behind your boys and stroll your way to victory.
You know, it's funny you mentioned Eudex Gundyr from Dark Souls 3, because I personally know someone who abandoned the game completely after not being able to beat him. And he was very casual about it as well. He didn't really complain or said that Eudex Gundyr should not be there. When I asked him, he just said, "No, you know what? I just could not beat him. I think it's just not for me." I do not know if he would have been a Kevin, but he certainly got filtered by it.
Lula. In the chat, 15% of players quitting before Gander is crazy though. Honestly, it's not that crazy, Goat. Like, a lot of people actually genuinely quit the games after they just buy them. And it's not the case with Elden Ring only, like the hard games itself. It's just, I'm not sure if I can... I cannot probably like show you from the top of my head what game was that, but I remember like it's actually a repetitive theme that like certain achievements that technically anyone should get after like 15 minutes of playing usually have completion rate of 90 or 85 or 80%. It is apparently very common that there is a lot of people that turn on the game for a moment and just quit. And that's it. Again? Yeah, Chloe is just saying, like, here in the background that she does that with some games. Like, I can only think of the case of, for example, someone turning on the game, realizing that, oh, like, it runs pretty poorly for me. They actually try to look around, like, the game settings, realize that, no, it still runs in 10 FPS. And then they just simply quit the game. And sometimes never come back to it, even though like they're gonna upgrade their PC later on or whatever. It might be the case of that, I don't know, hard to say, but it's actually very common at least looking at the Steam achievements, that people genuinely just sometimes buy the game and play for less than 15 minutes, and that's it. Never come back to it again.
So for the next question, will you say Elden Ring has failed Kevin's by enabling them as opposed to previous Souls games?
In a lot of ways, absolutely. The sheer volume of resources at a player's disposal can spoil them, not only for choice, but by ruining their appetite for nuance. Ashes of War and spells are such major sources of damage that often fail to interact with other mechanics in a teachable way.
Well, one could say it's like Elden Ring is actually great because of it, because you have so many ways to approach the gameplay. And honestly, I mean, like, you already know my perspective of it. Like, I already said multiple times, in my opinion, there is like a huge fundamental issue of understanding what Elden Ring is. I absolutely disagree with both of them. Like, even like the term used here, previous Souls games, I think it's very inaccurate. Let's continue listening.
Level 2 warriors didn't exist before Elden Ring because there wasn't any way to press a single button and get those huge returns. Spells have gotten faster, gained longer range, and do more damage. The argument can be made that Elden Ring necessitates those things because of how fast enemies are, but it's not hard to see why Kevin's finds spells so appealing. They stay out of harm's way, and more often than not, are handsomely rewarded.
I mean, frankly, dude, I mean, let's be honest. This, as stupid as it is, it's kind of fucking epic. Like, it's looking like, if you think about it from the perspective of a scrub, standing there and beaming literally Kamehameha on the opponent is probably the fucking peak of the power fantasy, if you think about it.
Are handsomely rewarded, and summoning is so readily available, there's no good reason to bash your head against a difficult boss when you can just break the AI by adding a second player. In the event that you can't summon a friend, Spirit Ashes get the job done. These things let Kevins ignore fundamental mechanics, and so long as you have them in your arsenal, it might never occur to a Kevin to ever directly engage. It's important to remember that Souls games haven't historically been very intuitive. It takes trial and error to learn what works and what doesn't. But when you can get by with busted options and a little luck, there's no real incentive to understand what you're doing. And Kevins thrive in the obvious and the default. Elden Ring has just decided...
I just realized something. Bruh. Elon Musk, because this is actually a picture of Elon Musk's build. Elon Musk is a Kevin. He used like different headpiece, but it's Radan said. Just use the different headpiece because, well, for the intelligent scaling. But Gamer ultimately is a Kevin. Wow.
That those obvious defaults are also frequently the best, at least in terms of minimal input, maximum output.
But, John, summoning has been around since the beginning of Souls games. What changed to make it so universal among Kevins?
While summoning has always been available, it's never been easier. Passwords came in with Bloodborne and really took off with Dark Souls 3. Before that,
Bloodborne introduced passwords? Right, it did, yeah.
You had to understand the invisible matchmaking formula, which ruled out Kevin's wholesale. But Elden Ring took it a step further by removing the item requirement. You technically need a fur-calling finger remedy, but beyond needing to be crafted, they serve as a meaningless extra step. Not needing some precious resource like humanity or embers to enable summoning means there's nothing to balance. You just summon at every available opportunity, completely risk-free. If you die, you just do it again. The summoning pools and Stakes of Marika are also doing a lot of the heavy lifting. Not only can you be escorted through the entire level, but whenever you die to a boss, you can respawn right outside and re-summon. The desire to remove as much friction as possible has made summoning ubiquitous, in turn making the most efficient way to play being escorted. Suddenly, single player is almost a challenge mode, and anyone not actively seeking one out defaults to co-op. so it's no wonder Kevin's and their chariots are so abundant. The summoning system was practically tailor-made to their specifications.
Yeah, summoning is pretty much everywhere, and it's also all you encounter in PvP. And speaking of PvP, Kevin's...
Okay, before we're gonna go to the next one, I am actually going to do a small side quest right here. Because I noticed something interesting in the chat. Check this out. So, Goat had said here that he doesn't exactly like the streaming or different, like he thinks that streaming ruined gaming to some extent. It's actually an interesting take, because like later on, Goat mentions it's just people are too quick to copy builds or adopt a streamer's playstyle. And frankly, partially like what Kevin's are, like this is basically it. Like, you know, people going for the Radan's armor and like one of these few weapons is basically, it's following a trend, yeah? Like probably, I assume they do that because they have seen another person do that and it's working for them. But overall, I hella disagree with this sentiment. It's because people, like, they copy the builds from, let's say, YouTube. And because of that, like, they are cheesing, like, through the game or whatever. But frankly, it's not exactly a fault of these people that copy these builds. More like because, or differently. Let me actually, let me rephrase it, yeah? If we are going to type Elden Ring builds in YouTube, for example, yeah? Then, well, actually, let me do it with the private tab so we don't have cache. Let's say Elden Ring best build. If you are going to look through this, then usually this is so dog shit. Like, these videos are terrible. It's just, it's very common that, like, builds that are going to be like the most popular ones, yeah, let's call it that way, are usually unfortunately made by people that have no idea what they are talking about. So therefore, like, they are not offering you like the best builds, they are offering you the most cheesy strats, yeah? Like here for one, like the reason why the Bloodhound's curved sword, however it's called, kochanie. Ludziak. Wait. Jak się nazywa ten miecz Bloodhound stepowy, kurwa? Bloodhound, oh, here you go, sorry. I forgot the name of it. So, like, for example, here, yeah? Why the Bloodhound Fang, especially with the Blood Flame Blade, is so popular, yeah? Because literally one of the top results for the Elden Ring best build is exactly this, yeah? Like, the guy called SEO is literally promoting this particular setup, yeah? Without Kevin Armor, in fact, but yeah, this particular setup of the Bloodhound's Fang with the Blood Flame is promoted like by a popular video that is easily searchable, yeah? And yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It's like, you know, the why mages are so popular, yeah? Like, it's because like this is like there is like a 1.5 million like views video that is actually just showing you how to make like a relatively fast like a mage build, yeah? Why when you're invading on the low levels or like even on the mid levels, like there is like so many people spamming Stormblade? Well, you have an answer. Why Samurai is the most common fucking starting class? I wonder why. So my point being is, frankly, those are like not even like great builds. Bloodhound's Fang is not as like it's a good enough weapon, yeah, but like you have so many like better choices overall. It's just that they are way less popular, yeah. Even like just using Starfists, let's say, it's harder, but ultimately can give you way better results at the end of the day. And you are not going to see a freaking Starfist like build being promoted in these videos. Instead, you are going to see a thumbnail with two curved swords with a freaking like bleed infusion on them, yeah? Deathmage and Faith Monster. Oh god, the cringe names. Ah, this is actually quite common thing, yeah. Like, if you are going to go onto the channel of these guys, I don't exactly remember, Fextra? Yeah, Fextra Live. I'm not sure if they are still doing it, but they used to make this type of build videos where they were just like calling their builds in certain weird way, yeah? But I guess it is common to do like a build calling. I guess I presented my point already, yeah? We can get back to the video.
Tend to have a strong aversion to it. Has that... And speaking of PvP, Kevins tend to have a strong aversion to it. Has that been your experience?
I've never met a Kevin in PvP that I didn't pity. I know a lot of invaders won't attack them and instead try to give them some items or lead them through a level. I know because I've been that invader, but when we're highlighting that Elden Ring being too permissive with players is letting them stay Kevins forever, invading feels like the right counterbalance.
Jesus Christ. The guy died. Okay, what? Did he die to the offhand hatchet hand axe, that is? Bro got one-shotted with freaking hand axe. Wow.
Level 132?
Right, it's... Okay. It's also level 130, dude. That has not even 700 HP, dude. This is crazy.
The right counterbalance. And it's probably enigmatic of the average Kevin's aversion to PvP that the only counter to cooperation is invasion. I don't think it's exclusive to Kevin's, but if I had a subscriber for every person who told me they were just trying to play the game and how much they hate invaders for ruining that experience, I'd have a much larger channel. Invading has always been and will always be a controversial mechanic. Guy comes out of nowhere and stabs you in the ass. Why you? Why now? To a Kevin, those questions don't have answers. Like everything in the game, it's just another thing that happens, and the fact that another player has any say in the matter makes them the bad guy. And invasions hit players the hardest who aren't willing to adapt. It's the ultimate version of an unexpected challenge, and if all you're willing
330 milliseconds, dude. Holy shit. What's a difference between living in Argentina and on the moon? Because looking at the ping, the average ping, there is not much of the difference.
I know what the difference. I know. When you live on the moon, you jump higher. But when you live in Argentina, you have better weather.
Thank you.
See? I know.
Thank you, darling, for your input. All right.
Willing to do is press the same button over and over, you're gonna be taught a lesson. The toughest thing for me is that I don't know how to reach them. PvP is something you have to apply yourself to, and if you're essentially on autopilot, it's never going to click, which I find truly tragic. Invasions are the most unique mechanic in this series, and to know that a growing portion of the player base has zero interest in them is heartbreaking.
Honestly, yeah, this is normal. This is normal that PvP, I mentioned it earlier, PvP always going to have the least interest. It's absolutely typical thing. And I am kind of surprised, like, it's surprising to them. It's surprising to Emotional John, for one. It's completely normal. As for the PvP in Souls games, and the fact, like, it is actually not excluded from your PvE experience, and you are being affected as a PvE player with the PvP shenanigans, I think, honestly, from my perspective, it's pretty great. Because not even like it's not even about like just the fact like, you know, you have these PvP interactions, but more like implementation of the invasions in such way like they are implemented in this game. It basically makes a random event instead of, I don't know, a dragon flying at you from the sky in Skyrim, which essentially is a random event. You have an invader, that's another player, that's affecting your journey through the lands between. And I think this is amazing because there is no better randomized experience than the one you share with other players, because another player is always going to make actually just endless possibilities for things that might potentially happen. Like when you are let's say like playing through that Skyrim, yeah, and that dragon gonna fall off the sky, like you are going to be like, oh, the dragon like came at me out of nowhere, like once, second after that it's gonna be like, oh my god, yeah, the same dragon, like the same moveset, I'm just gonna kill it, I'm gonna get this soul, whatever. Let's just be done with it.
I have to be devil's advocate for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, it's the same fucking sweaty tryhard with halberd and axe.
But you're not gonna be invaded by the same sweaty tryhard over and over.
Also, the dragon...
I mean, like, you sorry, I'm gonna finish. You can, technically, but it's rather unlikely because you have 8 minutes timer. Like, the same sweaty tryhard supposed to... must have been like a... You must be, like, in the same location, that guy must be the only one invading at the particular level.
I'm not saying about the exact same player, but the exact same build. Also, you can learn the moveset of a dragon, you can learn its AI and see your own progress through fighting this same dragon over and over again, but it's not the case when you are constantly invaded by the twinks or by people who have 4K hours in the game, meanwhile you have like 20.
Okay,
it's
but
not the same scaling, you know?
Yeah, and that's why, in my opinion, like, interaction with the other players are better. Because they are more random, unexpected, like they are more like unpredictable, and just because of that more interesting, no? I mean, this is my perspective on it, honestly.
Your perspective of person who plays these games for 10 years and is very good at them. Like, I literally played through Dark Souls offline because I didn't want to handle fucking veterans who have thousands of hours in the game and would two-shot me.
Okay, like, you have this type of experience, and this type of you made this type of decision to just engage with the game in the offline mode, which is absolutely fine. Why wouldn't it be? Like, if you don't want to participate in PvP that much, then like that's why From Software gives you an option to do that, to exactly do that. You can play through these games offline. That being said, like, you know, if you are playing like in the co-op, you kind of bank balance around, because otherwise you would curb stomp the entire game, like with that invader. And I think this is fair, honestly. And on top of that, like, if you, on the other hand, if you like this like random experiences and you like PvP, then I think it's absolutely great. You can just be invaded in like Dark Souls 1, 2, or 3. And honestly, it's really annoying to me that in Elden Ring, it's actually not as cool, because in Elden Ring, if you are a solo player that just would love to have these random interactions, you have to turn on the Thunderstonk, which is, by the way, so fucking annoying, because Thunderstonk doesn't allow you to properly enjoy progressing through the game, because you continuously have invaders. Which is also pretty bad, honestly, yeah? Because like the amount of the invaders you get in like with the Thunderstonk enabled is just actually too much. Like, you know, and Elden Ring overall has this problem that you cannot really properly enjoy like going through the game with invaders enabled when you do not have like a co-op partner with you, which is completely different story. It's completely different topic. In that regard, for example, like a seamless co-op is much more fun, because you are just like getting that one invasion per 15 minutes, and that's like, I would say, like maybe even too slow of a tempo, but it's definitely better than having invader after invader just joining your world over and over, because in such case you cannot progress through the game at all.
I couldn't care less if someone wants to cheese a boss or get carried through the whole game for the sake of expediency, but I'll be damned before I stop caring about someone's ability to participate in the greatest of Souls traditions.
Yes, I think you're right. I think it's a shame that people do not see the wonders of invasions and what PvP can actually bring to the table, instead of just, you know, play the PvE until you get bored of it and do nothing else. And I think people should give it a try. It's not the end of the world if you lose.
End of the world.
And for the final question, do you see Kevin's as a passing phenomenon, or do you see them as the future of the series?
There's a common sentiment that From Software has abandoned their roots and essentially sold out to appeal to a casual audience. With Elden Ring as attractive to Kevin's as it is, it's a hard sentiment to ignore, and it can be even harder to accept because the things that appeal to Kevin's are the same things that frustrate veterans. It seems almost inevitable that one group will give way to the other, and Elden Ring was a big step in Kevin's favor. But I'd like to think there's room in the space for both types of players. Elden Ring is really aiming for that middle ground between a hardcore, punishing experience and something that even the least competent players can get through, and I think that's a noble goal. It shows FromSoft doesn't want to ruin what they've built and maintain a sincere interest in growing both their audience and design philosophy. It might not always be in a direction everyone likes, but such is the nature of compromise. But they should proceed with caution. A game for everyone is a game for no one, after all. If they can't nail down a target audience, the integrity of the series could be at serious risk. And of course, I'd like to see the Kevins of today become the veterans of tomorrow, though that feels extremely unlikely. For that to happen, whatever balance future games strive for needs to be focused on encouraging players to engage with as many of the mechanics as possible, instead of just giving them a choose-your-own-difficulty adventure. Multiplayer existing as a purely optional aspect may well be the source of all Kevins. If the game could manage to make co-op a sidestep instead of an easy mode, there'd be no way for them to stay Kevins. PvP with proper incentives and facilitation could easily turn a terrifying outlier into the game mode of the century. If Fortnite can appeal to anyone aged 5 to 100, there's no reason to think Souls PvP couldn't be for everyone, Kevins included. Because Kevins are simply products of their environments. Whatever experience FromSoft wants to prioritize is going to determine that outcome. I'd like to see them hold their players to a higher standard while embracing as many playstyles as possible. There's a fine line between accessibility and enabling. FromSoft just needs to find it.
Just to be clear and to remind everyone one more time, anyone can play their game however they want, and Kevins can make out of their experience whatever they see fit. It's of no business to us if they decide to cheese the game or summon or do whatever the fuck they want. This was just a fun video talking about those silly gamers that we sometimes laugh at and realize where they come from and why they are here. No malice is intended towards them.
It's only a game.
Let's just keep that clear, okay?
Pretty wholesome ending. That being said, yeah, it's some takes in this video are, in my opinion, let's say that I just don't agree with many things said in there, and I think like the perspective presented is sometimes kind of freaking weird. But well, overall, good watch nonetheless, and furthermore, it seems like this video actually doing hella freaking well, like views wise. And just like it brings the discussion, so I guess like Wi-Fi did a decent job as a content creator, since yeah, this thing is doing views and the nice ones on top of everything. GG. Be right back, guys, for a sec. Okay, guys, I see like, so you want actually invasions? Because I was thinking about one more yapping segment. I have like comments from one of the recent videos. But if you want, I can just do it tomorrow. And instead, I can just do invasions today. But because yeah, like under this video, yeah, and that is called "Who is the best Elden Ring player among content creators?" with very clickbaity thumbnail. I actually like there is a lot of Chase the Bro lasers that straight up fucking spread lies, and I would love to address these comments and talk about like overall, just like kind of like a fake assessments, like bullshit points that a lot of people make in this comment section. Like, you know, there is a lot of them, but I can just do it tomorrow, and I think I'm just gonna do it tomorrow in such case. And today let's just do some invasions. What is scam? I mean, I see in the chat you guys actually would prefer to see some invasions instead, yeah? Like, I mean, like after the waifu segment. So nie no, klipu to ja mam od kurwy.
Ale wiesz co, rób tę fazję, bo ja ten i...
Nie idziemy spać.
Jak to nie idziemy spać?
Idziemy spać.
A, nie, znaczy posiedzimy sobie może... No kurwa, dawno nie spędziliśmy wieczoru razem, bo ty streamujesz wieczorem i w nocy.
Okay. Alright, guys. We are going to do it like that. I am actually going to do the invasions. And we're gonna do the chase segment. Chase glazers, because it's not really about chase, but about like glazing comments. And we're gonna do that segment tomorrow. Max level? No, we're gonna actually do something else. We are going to do metagaming on the Dex build with Rakshasa.
Now hunt Kevins, like chilling person says. Chilling person is the high libertarian socialist guy. They changed the nickname.
How do you know that?
They shared the information on last stream, and I remembered.
Wow.
Goathead, it's not about stopping people from glazing, it's rather about the definition of a better player or a better content creator and so on. Like, people are making very stupid takes. Just
Yeah, pretty much. You know, it's always like this goes. Like, yes, of course, it's not going to change much in the long run, but I want to use this opportunity to just like, first of all, promote few channels that are actually worth watching. I want to talk about plenty of bullshit that is actually being like said. Like, you know, there are like in this comment section, like you have like you had like comments of like 100 plus like likes where someone just says some bullshit and no one fucking verifies it. Like, for example, some dude like basically said that Chase won every single PvP competition in Dark Souls fucking 3, yeah? Like, and so I verified it, and Chase never fucking participated in any competition. Like, or like you have like a takes of the type that
I remember one comment that I got very angry about. Person wrote the whole paragraph, which he started with treating the word honest as an antonym to the word toxic.
Oh yeah, Claw
Like,
actually got mega upset about it.
It's so stupid. Like, you can be honest and dishonest, not honest and toxic. These are not I hate people!
Yeah, like Claw, for example, got pretty upset about an idea that Chase is honest and the rest of the world is fucking toxic. Like, every single other content creator, like tryhard content creators are fucking toxic. End of story. Whereas, like, bring in further points, like for example, like, oh, Chase never glitched, Chase never used the S2's cancels, Chase like never used like, and meanwhile, like, dude was fucking common abuser of the move swap glitch, dude. Like, I even remember when I randomly like was turning on like videos of people from Dark Souls 3 when I wasn't really playing Dark Souls 3. Like, the guy like was commonly using the fucking dagger into like a heavy weapon swap. Like, but and for whatever reason, it's like people just like don't remember these or just do not take it as actual like glitching. I don't know. It's weird.
At the same time, it will be very difficult to make this video and not make the impression of shitting on Chase, because like nobody wants to shit on Chase. And I'm very afraid that his fans, whatever you say, his fans will accuse you of hating on him.
It's probably gonna be the case. I don't care much though.
I care about your reputation more than you do.
Because I mean, like, I honestly believe that bothering about my reputation in that regard is really like not needed. Because what, like, I think I can make a point that's gonna be understandable to my audience, and people that commonly watch like a type of the videos that Chase do are never going to be my audience anyway. I don't think I'm losing anything. Like, it's people that I think like people that watch Chase have no idea why they like his content in the first place, because it's not. I am pretty sure it's not because he's goated player in their eyes and fucking top god gamer or whatever. It's because he has like very good commentary, like in the meaning that he is continuously describing what he is doing. And by the way, this is kind of fucking annoying to me that like he's not praised for that. Like, he's praised for like bullshit reasons that are usually just not even fucking true, like being called like some sort of the GOAT fucking player, whereas like frankly like Chase is just a regular tryhard, not like any sort of the giga fucking like insanely above average gamer. It's just someone that likes PvP. And like you have many people of this type. Whereas his commentary is fucking top tier.
Okay, so Chase video will be tomorrow. Don't like lose your focus. And I want to answer one question before I go to the bath. Why do you care so much? So, like, video games are Steelovsky's lifetime passion, and when you're passionate about something, you care. It's normal. I care about animals. I'm a volunteer. And I hate when somebody spreads misinformation about cats, for example. Like, people care when they are passionate. For some people, it's just a video game, just like fucking internet drama. But some people care and it's fine.
Okay. Oh. What? What happened? What killed me? Oh my god. I literally don't know what killed me. Was it like a jumping R2 of the guy? Or holy shit. Alright, I'm coming back. I'm going to fuck them over. Like, this guy would be dead if not for the light roll. So let's actually just... But I am in fucking, like, I'm really surprised. Maybe guy throw the... Yeah. No one is questioning how good you are, but it's not about me, dude. Like, holy shit. They don't have TT on, they have TT, because when we joined there were 2 invaders in this world. Where are you going from here? Blah. Honestly, I'm not sure where to go now. Dropped here. Can we go on the lower, like... Not from this place, methinks. Top 3 best duelists? Dude, not even fucking close. I used to be easily top 1 contender. But it was ages ago. I do not play duel in ages. But yeah. This way? Yeah. Dude, I have no idea how to get to these guys, frankly. Like, this is a dead end. So not here. This way, maybe? Maybe this way. No. It's also like not that way, no? Or am I crazy? Yeah, this is not what you wanted to... Unless... I have no fucking idea, dude. I am so lost, I don't fucking know layout of this dog shit. This way, maybe? Maybe this way. And that is what? No way, I just made a fucking circle, no? Holy shit, dude, I genuinely have no idea where to go. I'm so confused. How to roll cash effectively? You click the button when they roll. I'm done. I have no fucking idea. No, okay, you know what? I have to figure out the layout of this place. This is fucking ridiculous. So here is like a one path. Here you have a gate on the left side. Can you somehow open this? Here you go! This is where we're supposed to go. So yeah, this is the place where we died at. I still don't know what I died to. It could have been just like a close running attack, and because of the latency, we didn't even see the attack coming. Because I had the camera turned around. Do you think Dex is as good as Strength? In certain things it's much better. On others it's worse. It's not really like better or worse, it's different. Like Dexterity has better like one-shot potential. Strength is much better on latency play for one, yeah? Yeah, like we got here. But the guys... we are not getting them, unfortunately. Just gonna start invading from here. Like the amount of damage to deal with this blade is so insane though. I mean, we are technically in the DLC. With 16 shadow blessings, but yeah. He'll giga good damage. Since the DLC 200 talisman strength is overall buffed and Dex is good when you farming in Brown Shacked PvP because of the lightning. Dragon, not exactly. Like, dude, we are currently on the Dex build. We use the Great Katana. We have full benefit of that 200 tally because of it. Or one. Rakshasa is pretty goated. What do you mean press the button when they roll for roll catching? I mean, this is what you ask me. How do you roll catch? This is how you roll catch, my dude. You click the button when they roll. It's just a matter of like the timing, yeah? The 33% of the roll animation is not iframed. The last 33% of the roll animation is not iframed. So you have to you have to time the attack of your weapon in the way so the active frames of your attack are going to end up hitting your opponent when they are in that 33% of vulnerable part of the animation. It's really as simple as that. There's like no fucking magic to it. Hi. What's up? Whoop. 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 Oh, that's not exactly what I wanted to do, unfortunately. So... Dude, holy shit, you can turn in the air like this? Alright. Amazing. Got time punched. We love to see it. Insane. Ferrari. Rakshasa versus UGS, UGS wins. It fucking what? In 1v1, dude, UGS doesn't win. It can win, but it's not a... It's not like rule of thumb. Fuck no, dude. In 1v1, UGS is not greatest. It can be like a little bit better in the 1v1 if you are using like offhand weapon of some sort with the UGS. But fuck no. What UGS stands for Ultra Great Sword. It's abbreviation from all like older Souls games. Like in this game, this weapon class is called, of course, CS. It's like Colossal Swords, but no one really uses it because CS is also curved swords, yeah. So people rather use UGS. Hi. Oh my god. Polak. I messed up. I don't know how I didn't dodge it. I mean, I know why, because the controller I am on is not the greatest, honestly. Okay. Alright, we're just gonna double buff. Well, I guess we are going to eat out. I'm so glad like this guy didn't like hit me with the destiny or whatever. That have been like very bad. Alright. Unfortunately. Would love to have actual teammate here. Seems like no one is joining. God fucking damn it. Okay, they are not waiting behind the wall. O ja pierdolę. This is so fucking shit. I feel like the basically animation like blended, yeah, because of the bumpy ground. A good timing with the heal there. Nah, I just was waiting for the guy to. Lose his stamina. Okay, we finally got a teammate. Well. What is that teammate of ours, dude? Fuck, we got some fucking guy that is probably geeked super far away. Okay, here's the teammate, good. That's so unfortunate. Very sad. Like, the guy received 1000 damage. I wonder if he got comboed, that teammate of ours. Or what happened here, because that was fucking crazy. The Dark Killer is yet again in this world. He comes for revenge. And he will take no less but the head of his victims. Hi, Darkhead, come on. Dark Knight, that is. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Dark Knight behind you. Okay. The jump R2 actually worked for him. But well, we got the host, insane. Poor Dark Knight though. Like, Broski seems like he would be fucking playing on some sort of the Flo is screaming from the bathroom, but... On what? So what about him?
So, on last video with where you used the clip with pieczywo tostowe, I was jokingly cheering for him because he had better drip. And people called me out in the comments that, oh look, she saw a prettier guy and she all of the sudden is not on her boyfriend's side. And oh my god, they were so right. And I was so ashamed of myself. So now I just want to clarify that I cheered for Steelovsky, and also the pieczywo tostowe guy had terrible drip tonight. Which he did.
He literally had the same drip. Like,
no, it was different.
No, it was the same.
I hate pedigree set, and he definitely didn't have pedigree set before.
Okay.
Yeah, I am very, very cold and I spilled the water everywhere.
Luna, go back there. She's actually taking the bath and she ran here just to tell you this. Insane, no? Damn, today we have like a night of tryhards. That's pretty cool. Every single invasion so far is tryhard gaming. You love to see it. Kind of would love to not be so tired though. Holy shit, I have no idea how that's happened. Don't ask me, manager. I don't know. Don't ask me. Don't ask me. I don't understand. I don't know. I don't want... I don't know. GG. Holy fuck. Also, just in case, the jump R2 with the clean rod, I think it doesn't break the poise of mine when I do Ferrari. Like, at least jump R2 of Shamshir. You would have to check. No, like, come on. The TS by default has less poise damage. So yeah, jump R2 of Shamshir doesn't break Ferrari. So the jump R2 of the TS definitely doesn't break it even more, so... Mua? Kochanie, chodź tu. Mua! Chloe is sitting in the bathroom and sending me kisses. I swear to God. Ferrari is a glitch you can do after status if you have an offhand for stat. Wait, what? Wait, what? What you saying? I don't think I understand. Holy sh... I might be a little bit too tired. But... Alright, we finally got to the guy. Oh. The players. Ah. Bonk. Well, that was Rakshasa moment. I messed up. Am I just like a click R1 the moment he gonna do the fanning? No. I have to like click it ahead of the attack. So let's do it again. Okay? Okay, wait. Let's do it again, okay? Okay, you know what? I think like L2 actually has the faster hyper armor, so we're gonna do it. Okay, never mind. Maybe it's not. Okay, do it again. Okay, you know what? Again. Okay, wait. Again. Okay. Oh, here you go. First try in my head. Okay, I almost died. What if we're gonna do like a... What if I'm gonna do it differently? What if we are going to parry the guy? We're gonna do the Giga parry. Okay, moment. Okay, you cannot parry like this? He was attempting to mash out of hit stun. Insane, not gonna lie. You can apply sleep with Ferrari. But like it's only Ash of War? Because that's crazy, dude. Yes. Okay, so I need to check it out. Would that be possible technically to apply, let's say, to use Ripple Crescent Halberd for an example, yeah? On the Arcane build. Equip yourself in Ferrari with decent amount of dex. and just sleep people in like 3 hits. I mean, in such case, it would be better to use Ripple Crescent Halberd with the bleed on it in order to just apply absurd amount of bleed per hit, no? I mean, the question is how exactly this glitch works, because this is the first time I ever heard about it, frankly. But yeah. We need to actually roll some testing. I'm gonna ask tomorrow Wi-Fi to test it with me. Isn't Ferrari somber? Yeah, but point of managers messages is that like you can apparently put yourself something on the offhand that has status effect, and Ferrari in the main hand is going to apply that status effect of the offhand weapon, which we had glitches like that in the past already, so it's not anything uncommon. Insane. Aha. Ferrari about to be even better, yeah. Unironically, I am going to. I mean, if that's working in some sort of unhinged way, I'm definitely going to make a video about it. Like, if that's the case, tomorrow, guys, we are doing Ferrari dedicated video with that glitch. Just gonna be putting people to sleep by Ferraring on them, or like even better, yeah, just bleeding them out in like a 2 hits. I need to figure out a fully red type of outfit that also has like a decent poise. Oh, like... Right, prelate, yeah? Masmer, yeah. It's gonna go with the Masmer outfit. A day after you upload a video, we will have 3-man gangs of that shit. There is a chance. Switch axe is the best weapon. Dude, I probably supposed to try the newest Monster Hunter, but I definitely won't be able to make content out of it. It's too late to the party. What's the poise caps in Dark Souls 2? I just go for mostly Havel and some elemental defense pieces. You want to have 35 for the off dagger. 35 is like very good amount of poise to have. Between 35 and 40. You can achieve that amount of poise on 150 while keeping benefits of the Flynn ring. Hi. What's up, dudes? Oh, they got a hunter too. Bra. Well. Broski tray. Dead. Lol. I'm gonna do first step again? What do you mean by that? Invade first step. What you mean again? I didn't invade even once first step today. I'm a tiny bit confused. Why you want me to invade first step? Huh? Shit is... Everything is so destined for this guy, what the fuck? Insane. Got manager and green again. Stay alive, gamer. What the fuck is happening to manager? Sorry, dude. Lola. Unfortunate. Oh shit. Teammate died. Fuck. Unfortunately, we didn't finish the boil. Now, question is, where the hell is the teammate? Teammate is on the top. God fucking damn it. And teammate is here now. Okay. Well, we will take it, I guess. What? Teammate, kurwa mać, dude. Our teammate here is little bit, I should get you. Okay, fuck. Like, teammate could, like, cooperate with me, I think, like the Dark Killer, frankly. He doesn't really cooperate with me much, just, like, hyper focuses on 1v1 me things. I kind of wonder, maybe I am going to rather go this way? I think like that was a good idea, because now we can actually use one and only escape route. That can actually like get us out of the castle. That's Alright, there's like a third player is just joining. Alright. Ah. Smart. Co? Ja pierdolę. Cross screaming from the toilet, what the fuck? I died. Luke had such a shit support I have. The moment you are on the losing end, this woman turns on you. Our teammate took forever to fucking connect, so like he had like such a long loading screen. I wonder why. Like he was getting connect. He actually started connecting like solid like 2 minutes ago. They were religious respect. Yeah, I know these guys. Where are people? And some toxic gank? Yeah, I mean like just gamers doing 2v2s at red main. That's why like Thunderstonk is enabled all the time. That's why there is like 2 of them and not 3. Don't see that a lot. Yeah, it's rather rare in Elden Ring. Ah. I just jump off. Wait a second. Am I crazy? Like... Ah, okay. This is... Kurwa. Not good. Oops. But you can definitely jump on that roof. I just did the baby jump and that's it. Baby jump moment. And this baby jump, I think it's because I fell. The gamers again. I actually wonder if that listened tally. is worth it though. Because probably running Bull Ghost Holly would be better here. Dule. Hi. Oh my god. Wait. I have bad feeling about this teammate. Fuck. Not good. Oh no. Be careful, gamer. Well, not gonna lie, that's not the greatest runs we have so far. Not pretty bad ones, I would even say. Like, poor teammates. Like they are like this guy tried to help me, yeah, but he immediately got landed to the oblivion. Lol. Honestly, bro, I am so fucking tired, dude. I really would wish to get like a teammate that know what they are fucking doing right here and like, okay, maybe? Maybe? Just maybe? Oh. Lol. And that's it. That's the teammate. What the fuck? Oh. What happened, manager? Guess he's just better. Why? What happened? I have seen you have been finished with the Captain America shield. Stormstone Part 2? Well, outskilled. I have seen from this side the guy actually runs freaking Stormstomp. I was like, lol. Scooby, where can I share clips with you? Just... I don't know. Normally people send me clips on PSN. Where the fuck am I? Wacky is good, of the Wheat Cutter though? Otherwise just a regular Great Katana? No. Rakshasa is goated because of its AR and hyper armor properties. You was trying to Madness Falks me at the beginning with the Frenzy Seal? I see. Well... Rakshasa can tier skip? Well, technically regular Katana as well, yeah? But Rakshasa just has so much damage. You cannot see it here because we are in... Let me actually just go to the regular game, not the DLC area. Look, it has almost 800 AR. 774 on 70 dex. Like, it's insane ammo, and then on top of that you have hyper armor, dude. Almost 800 AR. Like, this ammo of the AR is, frankly, it is basically as much AR as you would have with 500. It's low AR colossal sword territory, dude. Its own class compared to other great katanas? I wouldn't say it's completely other class. I mean, like, honestly, I think that the dragon great katana literally doesn't exist. It's just a joke. They just wanted to make a funny meme, like give us the weapon that literally is useless no matter what. Because the dragon great katana, it is like a quality weapon, yeah? If I recall correctly, but not even a triple scaling. So it's not even good on the max level or anything. Whereas like the basic great katana is probably the best on the strength build, yeah? So it's a matter of, if you want to use great katana on the strength builds, you are using regular great katana, and on the dex builds, you are rather using Rakshasa. And regular great katana has a great synergy with, for example, Flaming Strike, which is pretty cool, but Rakshasa just deals so much more damage. And frankly, it's probably not supposed to be like that. Like, these two weapons supposed to deal about the same amount of damage, especially because Rakshasa has hyper armor. But no, this weapon unironically has not only a hyper armor, but also more damage. And technically you are receiving more damage yourself when you're in the hyper armor frames, but by very little margin. It would be okay with Rakshasa if it didn't have like hyper armor. Yeah, it probably either they're not supposed to have hyper armor. With Cutter in such case would be also so much healthier, like Ash of War. Or which is like a worse solution, but it also would be pretty cool if other Great Katana had hyper armor. But it would be better if Rakshasa simply didn't have hyper armor. You already have way too many tools that have hyper armors and in this game, frankly. That being said, like, let's make things clear. Rakshasa is super counterable. You just take a strength build, you put yourself like some sort of high guard boost type of shield, and yeah, you just beat the Rakshasa. Like Rakshasa has terrible time fighting the shields. You have to swap off. Insane. Good spawn. Ja pierdolę. Two times the charm. What's your jump button binded to? Alt 3. I just realized it's Ishmael in the chat. What the fuck? Dude, I haven't seen you in such a long time. Hi, how are you doing? Like this stream? Holy shit, the preach. Yeah, if you're on YouTube, please consider dropping a like. It actually genuinely helps me. And thank you. Hi. Lole. Ferrari, dude. "49 likes, but 140 people watching." Oh wow, it's pretty bad ratio. I agree with you, my dude. So yeah, if you are watching on YouTube, let's try to get that 100 likes. How about it, yeah? If you are watching on YouTube, please drop the like under the live stream. It genuinely helps me because it makes it so the live stream is being simply displayed in the recommended tab to other people. So there is simply more opportunities to show the channel to other people, and because of that my channel grows, which is pretty cool. It's that guy that was co-invading with me on the multiple occasions today. Is he now going through the game or what? Or he's just like a hosting here? Interesting. Wait. Where the hell is this individual? Wszystko gra, kochanie? Okay. Okay, up here? I'm actually not sure. Dude. This way? Don't we have a Grace here? Yeah, the guy is here. Okay, so he's just hosting. This individual is just hosting here. What is that NPC on the ground? It's part of the quest of some sort? Dude, I don't even know who the hell this guy is. Hi. This fucking amount of damage is unhinged. Would you try to do 1v1 versus UGS with the Rakshasa? Sure, but we would need actually a decent player to wield UGS. Oh, by the way, I actually dueled today a few people from the comps team with the UGS. Like, we got like a mirrors, and not gonna lie, I kind of fucking suck with the UGS nowadays. It's like my timings for the wave dashes. I mean, like, it could be so much fucking better. I'm just completely out of the shape. But it might be also like to the controller that we are playing on. I don't feel this controller, I'm just forced to play on it because the other one got the stick drift. Wave dash its inputs? I mean, yeah, manager, but so I used to be very good with wave dashing, yeah? And gags is reactable. Yeah, but like I have a problem of queuing up an input for the wave dash in the incorrect moments, which makes it so that I cannot roll out. The input drops drives you more insane than aim punch. Like on the PC, for an example, back in the days when wave dash was super common, because, well, or different, not on the PC, like on back in the days when I was playing comp, I, for an example, used to never do too much of unnecessary moves. and tried to play like as straightforward as it is only possible, just to not drop an input. So I wasn't blending much. It wasn't needed anyway, because with the PSGS you had the startup of like 12 frames, yeah? So approaching your opponent just in front of them, like that, the attack was unreactable. You haven't seen Xbox input drops? Wait, what you mean by that? Input drops on Xbox are like worse than on PlayStation? But it only would make sense if like if PS would be worse, but I was being told that like if PS on Xbox is great. What? What you mean Xbox if PS is shit? That's actually a revelation to me. I was being told that Xbox runs butterly smooth in comparison to PlayStation. So it's just not true, yeah? It is because you can't play the Xbox One version on the new consoles. Aha. It's worse performance. Aha, so... Well, even less of a reason to play on Xbox, I guess. Holy shit. Yeah, I was told that it's running great. That Xbox on performance mode is stable 60 FPS. No matter what, that's what I was told. It's terrible? Uh-huh. Okay everyone, if you don't know, the PS4 version runs at 60 FPS and the PS5 does not. No, Andy, it's not even true. The PS4 version doesn't run on stable 60. It's actually below. The PS5 does run on 60, it doesn't, Scott. It actually doesn't. Do some max level, it's active now. No, we are not doing max level today, I don't have it planned, dude. It's very late, latencies are dog shit, anyway. And here, look, the manager and Green are hosting, which is pretty great. We got as a teammate. Yijal. Let's actually help the gamer. Let's try to not mess it up. But yeah, like, Digital Foundry made the FPS comparisons, and make long story short, PS5 version of Elden Ring, even on the performance mode, doesn't have stable 60. Lol. Fuck. The lock-on system in this game, dude. It's fucking ridiculous. Be careful. Lola. I knew that green gonna try to jump over, so I just released the thing earlier. Okay. GG's. Manager, click the block between BHS uses. You are not going to lose on the distance. Holy shit, dude, like, I fucking would wish that Red Main would be full of people like that, just chilling, hosting. I would host myself, but the fucking 4-player limit just... Yeah. Let's say that it's not the best experience in my opinion. Cześć, kochanie. Co jest?
You didn't do the laundry, so I have nothing to wear to bed.
I forgot to do the laundry.
You forgot second day in a row.
But why? Why it's on me though? Why not?
Because,
What about you? Like, it's supposed to be common thing, no?
well, I cleaned the litter boxes.
Aha,
I put the trash out.
aha. Well, frankly, did nothing.
Yeah.
But it's still not my fault. Like, why you are blaming it on me? But wait, does it mean I also have nothing to wear to bed?
Yep, we're both naked and cold.
Okay, guys. Well, that's my life today.
Bill got himself an AI girlfriend? Land? Yes.
Was that just that? I released it early, green. It hit because of the lat though. But yeah, I released it early because I knew that you're gonna jump over, yeah?
Oh my god, you're a Karen! You are Karen!
Why, Karen?
You finally got to the manager!
Oh no, Jihad, watch out! Jihad, kurwa, jihal. Jihad,
Ja
yes.
pierdolę.
No that's pretty bad way to mispronounce someone's name. All right. Oh. Alright. Giga lucky on my side that I survived it. I frankly shouldn't. But here we are. Oh no. I messed up. Can't believe you didn't die there. They blundered pretty hard. Yeah, if they would like throw like just daggers after me, I think I would be dead there. Yeah. Luber is in the chat. Luber is busy doing Monster Hunter Wilds video, which I have seen. Like he had like a 50,000 views on one of them. Like,
Whoa, do the whoa.
whoa,
Whoa.
whoa,
Whoa.
whoa. What the fuck is this guy's name? Pumpkin Monster 69? Well, insane. Pumpkin, not monster. I still didn't read that full name. Voilà. Wat masz lule? There's another player on top though. Twitch or YouTube chat best still? Maybe I should leave answer to this question. Yeah.
Who do you love more, mommy or daddy?
This is supposed to be.
Twitch or YouTube?
Ah, this is you mean this is one of these type of questions?
Yeah.
God fucking damn it. Still, why not use this task helmet? I would use them in if I would be playing comp or like had dedicated dueling builds, but in invasions, it's I don't have feeling like I need it. Like 150 level is like crazy amount of attributes anyway to distribute. So it's mostly like, let's call it like for the fashion reasons more than anything.
You call this fashion?
Like she's laughing at my fashion, but I am literally a fucking Diglett. Like look at this helmet. But yeah, if I would actually like do like, let's say it like duelist optimized builds or whatever, then I would definitely wear different type of equipment, and I would be using the stat helmets as well. Last nicest thing I heard Steel say about YouTube chat is that the YouTube chat is unhinged. Frankly, YouTube chat getting better and better. It was pretty bad at the beginning, but right now I am pretty happy with both chats. That being said, YouTube chat can be like really unhinged. Like, I have never seen situations that happen on YouTube chat like that would be happening on the Twitch chat. Like, on YouTube chat, someone comes in, let's say they dislike me or whatever, yeah, and start shitting on me. So if situation like that happens on Twitch, people being just ironic and making fun of the guy in such way. On YouTube chat, on the other hand, the guy is being insulted to the fucking oblivion. Like, people on YouTube chat, they are built different. They are not like, you know, the Twitch chat is that intellectualist guy that wants to like, you know, outplay another guy on, you know, on the chat with the superior ironic comment that actually only like the people from like a Twitch chat bubble going to understand. It's gonna be like, haha, funny wink wink, yeah, moment. Whereas YouTube chat is fucking savage. People from YouTube, the hater comes in and they are being like straight up just dropping insults, not even waiting, not even like being like cryptic about anything, just straight up shitting on the hater straight off the bat. I have seen it multiple times on the multiple occasions. Or like when people, like for example, argue in Twitch chat, they are being like, you know, they are trying to present arguments and so on. When people argue on YouTube chat, they are being like, yeah, you dislike with me, well, I guess your mom is a whore. And this is like basically the entire, like, you know, the entire vibe of the YouTube chat from my perspective. Like, this is, it's insane. YouTube chat is just oddly specific place. Whereas, yeah, Twitch is... There is a lot of politics in YouTube chat, that's true. Like, people come in and bang like... hey, me thinks that you're supposed to not be allowed to stream because you are clearly a Russian and... Yeah, I had like a gamer like that in the past.
You're not even Russian. I'm Russian.
Yeah, true. I didn't know about my mother. Claude just said that she's a Russian agent. It's actually a funny story. Like, Claude has that tendency to bring inside jokes that only she and I know about to the public without explanation. So I am going to explain it. my father has a friend that used to be used to work in how that's called, like military intelligence of Poland, something like that, yeah. And bro is also like complete alcoholic, and he was convincing my dad that at the time being my new girlfriend is actually a Russian agent. It was pretty good. So yeah. My Russian agent. Jesus, I cannot speak.
Angel.
I'm so tired. I think we're gonna do like a, let's say like a 5 more invasions, and I'm going to sleep, guys. I barely can speak anymore.
And you need to shower today. Yes, you do.
I didn't even say anything.
I heard your soul.
I asked actually if I smell manly, and you said yes, you do. So
Nah, not true.
what does that mean? Not true?
Did you clean your mustache before stream?
No.
So you know how you smell. Guys, he ate McDonald's? Chocolate cereal? What else? Nothing healthy. Nothing. Just fast food on top of fast food on top of sugar.
Darling, you eat my chocolate.
Yeah, but I also ate something healthy today.
Claw was upset at me today because my mustache apparently tastes weirdly.
Not tastes, smells.
Smells. So,
I don't eat your mustache.
So like she's like she wasn't happy. Let's call it that way.
It's just if you smell that like this, there's no kissing. You can clean your mustache, and
It
then
smells like fish.
no, like very old oil mixed with chocolate, mixed with milk, mixed with potatoes.
Oh, look at these colors. What is that?
It's canid.
Nah, but it doesn't look like it looks a little bit differently than usually, no?
Less red.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because of the weather.
I mean, for sure because of the weather, but what time of day is this, Lole? Right. I'm gonna have to wait for teammates to arrive. Nah, amazing. Fucking basically fucked over by PvE, dude. Kurwa, this is my teammate. This is my teammate, dude. Like... The guy just turned into the freaking mimic veil. Literally in front of everyone. I couldn't jump down because I would die to the to the planche. Got unfortunately trapped here. The fence has fallen, the fence has fallen. How to get up here? You have to jump on the statue of Marika. After everything that teammate did for you, you couldn't close it. Yeah, I know, my bad. I will try like better next time. I hope I'm gonna get exactly the same teammate. It was essentially the teammate was a barrel full of weapons, so truly great, one could say. Can you jump over on this? It doesn't seem like it. You have to jump on the side. What are they fighting? Inner demons? Kinda surprising there's no shitons of people like trying to invade these two. There is such a rare occasion to have like a people playing in red main with Hunter's-Tongue enabled, and doesn't seem like the spot is very popular right now anyway. Oh. Wait, R2 doesn't bounce off the fucking walls apparently. My bad. Only R1 does. I wanted to shorten. Let me actually test it. I think I mixed up, because if I would bounce off the wall here, I would actually just roll out easily. Let me see. But I think I just messed up by clicking R2 instead of R1. Let me see. So firstly, let's do R1. Okay, you bounce. What about R2? Do we have the Thunderstone on? Yeah, I know. And R2, let's see. Okay, yeah. You gotta have to click R1 upon landing, not R2. R2 doesn't bounce off the walls. What is... Oh, fuck. Listen, I might have fucked up. Fuck, can you... Okay, he runs to me. Good. You fine? Alright. Well, he didn't do it on the purpose, okay? But that's pretty unfortunate. Betrayal? Yeah, accidental betrayal. Barrel teammate, zero friendly fire, this teammate kills you. You have a point. You have a very good point. One could say you cannot argue with the fucks. I'm here, dude. I got you. Out of all people, I locked on red. Betrayal for betrayal. Betrayal back to back, what can I say? Oh. 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 Poor teammates. Manager just fucking flicks them like burgers. And that's about it. They cannot really hold the power of freaking TS, dude. Ah. Kurde. Oh no! That running attack. Lule. Oh, flaming strike. It seems like the guy lost connection to the controller. Lol. His controller died? Yeah, it appears so. Ah, this guy is dead. Ah. Lula. Okay, both coming this way. Now, question is... Oh. Okay. The manager just fucking died. Bruh. I wasn't sure if that like whip cutter is not going to kill my teammate, but I just like was like, okay, like let's just try to aim it a little bit upwards, and maybe he's going to survive, and that worked out because I was able to hit both players and stun them. Yeah, Animal Farm. 12-hour fucking shift. Insane, dude. Hmm? Okay, let me see. Do you still play with matchmaking on? No. I mean, sometimes, yeah, depends, but recently, usually no. Because, like, I stopped playing with matchmaking off because, like, the activity was so dogshit, but it got much better recently. So I just swapped to matchmaking off for better latencies. Tak? Okej. Zagram jeszcze z nimi z jeden meczyk. Może z dwa i... Gonna be slowly finishing, guys. Just let me get green and manager. Our duels were peak running around. Ah, yeah, right, because, well, we cannot, like, connect to each other anymore, yeah? When I have matchmaking off. How did Steel and Claw meet? She donated me insane amount of money. That's basically the backstory. JD, thank you a lot for becoming the member of the channel. I appreciate that, gamer. It should work. I mean, like, if manager is a host, then I will be able to invade. So thank you for gifted, dude. I appreciate that. Yeah, like if green is hosting, then I won't be able to invade. Manager must be the one hosting. I mean, right now I swapped to perform matchmaking, so it doesn't matter anymore, I guess. Lule. We got Winged Knight. Lol, oh my god. This fucking virgin, like, almost killed all of us. That's so funny. Lule. Woo! Bomba. Get him, get him, get him. Okay. Well played. Holy shit, dude. What is this synergy with the Wing Knight? Holy fuck. Oh my god. Like this, like he couldn't escape. There was like no fucking shot. We played it like fucking perfectly, dude. Like we played it so well. That's actually insane. We're gonna do one more invasion, guys, and I'm going to take a shower and we are going to sleep with Claw. I'm gonna stream tomorrow. I'm gonna continue with the Dex build. I want to make a video about Rakshasa. And I'm gonna make like a segment about the comments. It's Toronto? Wait, aren't you from Australia? Apparently not. For whatever reason, I always thought you're Australian. Do you think I'm going to win this invasion by clicking auto only? I literally didn't hit even a single person. Okay, I take an L, I'm going to sleep. I'm too tired for this shit. Ah, that's too funny. It's gonna be a good clip that's going to end the video, methinks. Jesus, hilarious actually. Alright, well, gamers, who is streaming? Team is streaming. Let's go to team. Pick invasion, absolutely. Thank you a lot for watching. I will see you gamers tomorrow. Why this comment doesn't work? Okay, here you go. Alright, much love to you all. Thank you a lot for watching. And yeah, I see you gamers tomorrow. A little bit earlier, methinks I'm gonna do a relatively early stream. So yeah, I see you later. Bye and eat.